Will my phone battery, aka my camera battery, hold, chat? We're going to find out today because it's 10% charged, and I don't have a socket nearby because all the socket is filled up with the monitor, the sound, and but hopefully it will. We're going to see. I was doing my favorite activity, which is annoying my artist, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, the stream is starting. You can't annoy your artist any further. You need to go on the stream. Do you know how you can annoy an artist? You tell them it's like, I want this colored this way, and then when they color it this way, like, actually, can we color it another way? Like, no, I liked it the way it was. It's beautiful. Nothing is more pleasurable in life than annoying an artist. It's great. This is why I don't like AI, by the way. You cannot annoy the AI. Like, if you have an artificial intelligence, it just does what it tells you. It doesn't talk back. It doesn't do anything. You can like spend an entire day asking it to do different colors and different positions, and it just does it. It doesn't complain. It's not the same. AI will never replace a person, you know. So anyway, we got the Radu in the chat. Aliens, chat. Aliens. We got aliens. We're going to look at it. Apparently Mexico uncovered it. I don't know if it's okay to show on YouTube. Like, they usually don't allow you to show, what was it? Bodies of animal. No, not animal. Like, bodies of humans. But they're not humans, so it's fine, right? Probably rejects, rednecks, or refugees of space. That's why we've been taught to love illegals. The government helping them trade for tech. Like, that's also an interesting thing. Like, how do aliens end up dying on Earth? Like, I mean, you'd think they just came here on a spaceship and then they leave. It's like, why did they stay? Why did they die? Right, so let's see what we got. We got Unity. Oh my fucking god, like, Unity is very interesting. Because right now the developers are upset, but what I don't see upset are the players, because Unity is basically admitting to the fact that they're going to install some sort of spyware on your PC in order to see when you're installing a game or not. And I mean, isn't that like going to harvest data? I mean, we gotta trust them that they won't, right? But who's to say that once this becomes a thing and it becomes normalized, it's not going to encroach even further? So horrible company. I generally like don't know why the fuck are all the companies just becoming horrible now. I mean, they do the talk about inclusivity and diversity, which is great, but like when it comes to fucking up the consumer, that doesn't seem to be a priority or not. So apparently I saw this on 4chan, right? So for those of you who don't know, let's say we get into a business, right? Like, I come up to you and I say, hey, you know what? Let's do a business. We take a bank loan and we make a video game, right? Like, let's say you take $30,000 and we make a video game. That's cool, right? I mean, you get to be a game designer, and we're going to use Unity as our engine. Now, what Unity says is that if our video game makes up to $100,000, then it's free. Sorry, $200,000. So if our video game makes up to $200,000, then it's free, right? Like, you don't have to pay anything. But if our video game makes over $200,000, then they start counting, like, how many installs does it have. And if it has over 200,000 installs, then every single install over that costs us money. Like, you gotta pay Unity money. So if people install your game 300,000 times, you gotta pay Unity, I think it's like $10,000 or $20,000 a month or some shit like that. So, what's the problem? Well, like, some games, like, imagine a game like Path of Exile. Like, that doesn't cost anything to buy. It's all microtransaction focused. But it probably has a lot of installs, right? Like, a lot of people install Path of Exile on their computers. Some people install it more than 3 times over the course of the years. Like, you install it, you play it. You know, they may release another great patch, yet you reinstall it. Well, apparently, if that game was made in Unity and the terms of service would apply, every time you install it, it costs the developer money, which leads to things that are interesting, right? So we already get to see how people on 4chan are talking about this. Angry female character in important position, 500 reinstalls. A loudmouth black character, 2,000 reinstalls. Non-white protagonist, 5,000 reinstalls. Interracial relationship, 10,000. Right, so people are taking the piss. Right, but the one that I like the most is game developers make a public statement supporting any of the above, 50,000 reinstalls. This is how I will vote with my wallet in Unity video games. I can automate this procedure into costing developers thousands of dollars a day easily. Don't want to go broke, dev, watch yourselves. Unironically, like they created now a new thing called install bombing. I don't know what the fuck Unity is thinking. I genuinely, like, do they not understand that, like, when gamers are upset over a developer, they do this thing which is like review bombing, right? So like they will talk shit about the game. They will start going on various places and leave negative reviews. Now imagine if there was a system where you generally knew that if you reinstall a game, it costs the developer money to the point where you can bankrupt them. But and it's not just okay. Hogwarts Legacy, perfect example. Hogwarts Legacy. It doesn't even have to be right wingers. So Hogwarts Legacy upsets people on the left. Now they can do the same. Like if you have 1,000 lefties on a Discord that just constantly reinstalls your game, holy fucking shit, holy shit. Right? Like, that's 10,000 reinstalls. They keep it up for 10 days and all of a sudden, like, you're reaching the limit. Are these the same aliens that Bob Lazar met? Don't know. We're going to talk about them in a bit. Do you think there will be an advocacy group for the aliens that get mixed up with another kind of aliens? I wouldn't be surprised. Like, if there's money to be made, some people will advocate for it. Joyride, crash naked, no way to get home, alien rednecks, yeah. They're just dating more devs to go dot. Well, so okay. What are like the best games in Unity? So, Cult of the Lamb is one. What else do we have? We have Genshin Impact, chat. Genshin Impact is made in Unity. Oof, that's a big oof. So Genshin Impact. I mean, Genshin Impact is free. Jesus, the number of installs they may have. Holy shit. Then you have Among Us. Among Us is also free, isn't it? Does it cost money? My god. According to Unity, it's only once per system. Yeah, but like, here's the fun part, right? How do you know how many installs your game has? Well, you don't. You gotta ask Unity, right? So like, Unity tells you how many times people installed your game. But here's the catch. What if Unity lies to you? How the fuck can you check that? How can you audit them? Like what? Right? So you gotta trust Unity that's going to give you accurate information and it's not going to count like piracy. It's not going to count people like doing install bombing. Like they don't count, right? But isn't there like a conflict of interest? Because Unity wants you to have a lot of installs. So how the fuck does this work? Can you imagine like any other business that functions the same way, where you're like, okay, so you gotta pay me based on how many people fart today, and it's like, well, how do you know how many people fart today? Well, that's okay, I got it covered. Like, you trust me, I will give you the number. Like, it's fine. You don't worry about it. Imagine if a taxi driver did this, right? So like, a taxi driver doesn't like actually show you the application, or like a Uber driver doesn't show you the app. You'd be like, oh, I have my own way of knowing like how much it costs. You just trust me, bro. You trust me. You don't have to worry about it. Forget about it. I'll do my best. Yeah, like literally another system with Unity as the company that's trying to remake the contract retroactively. If it's a standalone executable that doesn't connect to the internet. Oh yeah, well, here's another thing. Apparently, like, this thing starts since 1st of January, right? So I assume that every single executive, like, there's probably going to be a patch on Unity, and then every single executable that you make will probably require an online connection in order to install. Like, when you install a game, you probably need to be online. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the case. Because like that's the thing. A lot of developers are basically like trying to figure out ways in which they think like this doesn't affect them, or like Unity can't do it. But like they have a legal team. They probably like figured this shit out, and they're obviously like having their own tech guys that are like. So what I expect will happen. I don't think like Unity has the money to sue every single developer that doesn't pay them. But what they can probably do is that they will have like a kill switch in your install, right? So if you don't pay them, they'll probably just make your game uninstallable. And this will get you in trouble with Steam. This will get you in trouble with refunds, right? Because like all of a sudden you gotta pay refunds for people. All of a sudden you're going to have your customers being upset. Hi V, hope your day is good. Did you see that Biden administration is telling the mainstream media to wrap up criticism, the inquiry of the impeachment? If populism loses in 2024, then let me know Operation Mockingbird was a success. I'm not surprised at this point. Like, I made a video on my main channel, I don't know if you saw it, but with a CEO that says like, yeah, we don't like the fact that the employee thinks that they're has like a wrong way of thinking, and the employee believes that if he's too good, he isn't replaceable, right? So like what we want to do is like we want to crack down the economy. We want to like, this is what world governments are doing. They're trying to rise up unemployment, trying to make it painful, because we don't want the employee to think that he's tough shit. It's like the employee works for the employer, not the other way around. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. At least lie for PR purposes every now and then. You already have to be online to install from Steam. That is correct, yeah. But like, you can get the same game on GOG, for instance, and you can be offline to install it. So it's not necessarily, or DL site, right? Or any other like website. Like Steam is an exception, sure. You gotta be online in order to install it from Steam. But like, usually like a game that you find on Steam, you can find it on other platforms and you can just not be online. The problem is that, the way this is going, it's like, if it's a game made in Unity, you gotta be online no matter the platform that you're getting. Why does nobody care about the earthquake in Morocco or the floods in Libya? I'm pretty sure the people in Morocco care about the earthquake in Morocco, and the people in Libya care about the floods in Libya. And I'm pretty sure like the people in the next geographical area care. But like, let me put you in a different spot. Do people in Libya or Morocco care when there's a flood in Romania or an earthquake in Romania? Probably not, right? So it's not like it's empathy without borders or anything like that. It's the simple fact that most people care about their geographical location and their surrounding areas most. And not only that, but like, what can we do? It's like, okay, there's floods in Libya. Like, what can I do about it? How can I help them? Like, if I want to help them, how can I... Right? This is... Make it painful enough. Hopefully people will rise up and take their shit by force. I can dream. Okay, so the problem with like, the Unity thing is that... for some games, it's very expensive to move engine, right? And for others, it's almost impossible. So I suppose like the people that already started projects, they're going to have to just stick with Unity. But I don't know like what new people are going to do. Because it's even like, if you don't think that you're going to make a game that is going to sell more than $200,000 and you're going to have like 200,000 installs, is the unpredictability of it. Like at any point, Unity can just crack down and say, well, actually, we're changing our terms again, so we're raising costs or some shit. And that's the biggest problem, right? Uzaki-chan Season 3, not out until 2024. I have to buy the manga now. You'd think that she would have sex by now, wouldn't she? Like, after being with that guy, like, with her boobies, and after being around Senpai for so long. Holy shit, I actually, hold on. My artist actually did something cool. I'm going to show you. I'll show you guys. Look at this. Hold on. Behold. See, this is why you need to abuse your artists, chat. Why you need to be mean to them. If you're mean to them, they eventually come up with stuff like that. Do you know how many times I have to ask him to redo it until he came up with this? It took a while, but like eventually it did fucking happen. So you gotta know how to bully artists. They do really, like, I noticed, you know, like the stereotype of the hungry artist, like the Frenchman that is starving and his work is really great, but like most people don't appreciate it, right? It's an interesting thing. It's true though. It is true. And like this fucking blow my mind, right? I asked so you guys probably saw the art for my game, right? Like you saw the succubies and you saw the environments and stuff. Actually, I think I can show you one of the environments. Hold on, it's fine to show. So I had like my environments, and I asked the artist which drew the work and stuff. I asked him like, hey, you know, can you please, like, por favor, can you draw me a logo? Because I need a logo in order to put the game on Steam, right? There we go. All right, we got a little bit of lighting effect going on. And I asked the artist like, hey, I need a logo in order to put it on Steam. And they're like, well, I can't write. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you can't write? Like, you draw Ushikushin Sakubasu, like, that's fine. And you managed to draw me a succubus, but you can't actually, like, write some fucking letters? And then I found out that, yeah, like, artists that actually managed to, like, draw, like, humans and shit, like, they literally, they just cannot write for the life of them. And I'm like, what? And then you find out it's like, oh, hold on a second, it's like it's a completely different field. They call it topography. And it's like in topography, they know how to write the fucking letters and shit. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? And then when you go for the logo, it's like $200 or some shit. And it's like, dude, why though? Yeah, calligraphy is a different section of art. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I have a logo now. Like, you need the logo. Well, I didn't want a logo, but my publisher was like, oh, you need a logo to put it on Steam. And I'm like, why do I need it? To put it on Steam. Like, can't we put it on? No, you need a logo. Like, okay, fine. Jesus. Yeah, make your own logo. You know what? I'll fucking make my own logo. Hold on. I'll make my... I can fucking do my own logo, chat. Do you think I can't? Look at this. All right, so this is a heart. This is an apple. Hold on. God damn it! You know what? Fuck it. There we go. We got the left atrium, the right atrium. I think like where is the artera? Oh, here we go. Right, like this. And I think like this used to have like 4 and the aorta, if I remember correctly, the aorta came from here, right? So there you go. You got an actual heart. This is a heart, okay? Stop it. It's a heart. There we go. That's a fucking logo. There, see, now I did it. Fucking hell. People are like, do your own. There, I did my fucking own. Calligraphy, topography is map making. Yeah, it is. Graphic design is your passion? That's interesting. You should have a seasonal logo that's a parody of the latest game. Is that a thing? Do you know, like, you shouldn't actually make the current thing. You shouldn't current day people. Simply because by the time the game is out, people will not get the meme. Like imagine if I put the Rufflecopter as a meme. Like, no one will fucking get it. It's not a deformed ballsack, dude. It's an anatomical heart. I actually forgot, like, how many years has it been since I left med school? Alright, I know that the aorta comes from the right, the left ventricle, right? The left ventricle. The right is the one with carbon dioxide, right? But, like, which one was the one that had, like, 4 veins? So, the cava vein was to the left. Okay, right. So, no, hold on. I think I can draw a heart. Let me see if I remember how to fucking draw a heart, chat. Let me see. Alright, so okay. The way you draw a heart is like a shield. Like this is like the first important thing, right? Because it looks like not like this. So it looks like a shield. Unironically. And then you separate it, right? So you have like this. You got left ventricle. You got the right. No, sorry. Oh, fucking hell. You got the left atrium. Jesus. left atrium, the right atrium, right? And then you have the left ventricle and the right ventricle, right? So this is the part with oxygen, the left, and the right is the part with carbon dioxide. So from the left ventricle, you get the aorta, right? It's a little big vein. This is the aorta, and this is where the pulmonary, right? The pulmonary vein comes in. I think it was like this or something like, probably not. I'm probably fucking it up now. But if I remember correctly, I think like they were, no, hold on. Fucking it up. It's like, it's 4 of them. Like, I can't copy paste it, but it's like 4 of them, I think. Fuck, I forgot. Jesus Christ, it's been so long. Shit. I know that there's an opening here. This is the mitral valve. Right? Mitral valve, it's called. I forgot what the name of this one is. I think it's like the portal valve or some shit like that. And I think like there's the pulmonary arteries that are coming in here, if I remember correctly. And I don't know how this connects. Shit, I need to restudy. My God. I'm actually going, you know what? I'm actually going to pick up a cardiology book and I'll restudy. The fact that I don't remember this is very concerning. It's been more than 6 years though, so. Do you have dreams like, oh shit, tomorrow is my exam and I haven't studied all the fucking time? The aorta is not a vein, it's an artery. Did I say vein? I made the mistake then. Hashtag not your shield, definitely. The left is on the right. Weird. Yeah. It's because like you're looking at a person. Like so, the way it's drawn, you're looking at a person, and their left is your right. Right. Like this is actually very confusing. At least like for I guess like year 1 and year 2 students. But like someone tried to correct me. No, you're wrong. I'm right. I'm sorry. Right. So like when you have the heart like this. Right, and this is like for everything in medicine. The left is actually the right. And the right is actually the left. Why is it like this? Well, it's like this because imagine you're looking at a person, right? Or you're looking at an X-ray. So the way you're looking at a person and they're facing towards you, their left is going to be your right. So in other words, it's like, hold on. It's like this. If you have like an individual. Right, you got this individual, and he's looking right towards us. Now, his right arm is actually his left arm, right? Like from his point of view, this is his left arm, and this is his right arm. It's because like he's looking towards us, and right, like it's kind of like looking in a mirror, I guess. So in medicine, everything that's like when you see something as right, it's actually left, and when you see something as left, it's actually right. So no, I did not make a mistake with that. Like that is the only thing that I got actually right. Yeah, your left is their right, correct. If we don't know what a heart looks like, how are we supposed to eat a doctor's heart? Oh, shut up. Remember my furry past? I probably actually don't even know how to eat properly anymore. Can I recommend a friend of mine to see if he can draw the logo for me? I already have the fucking logo. Why would you recommend a friend of yours to draw me a logo that I already have? Actually, you know what? You can recommend a friend of yours because I may need another logo for something else. So DM me. I'll see if I can give him a job. They say my left arm hurts, and it chop off their right arm. That actually did happen. Like it happened a lot. Like imagine you have a patient which has a tumor on a testicle. I actually heard about this case. So he's got like a tumor on his left testicle, right? But it's fine. It's like it's testicle cancer, but like it's in the early stage. You can operate, so no biggie. You know, like people can survive with one testicle. Like it's no problem. So the doctor goes into surgery, the x-ray is placed wrong, so he actually takes away the right testicle. Now, when the patient wakes up, he finds out to his horror that it's actually his healthy testicle that was removed. He still has the tumor on his left. And now the question is like, bro, what are you going to do? Are you going to remove the left or are you going to let it like it? I have, if I have health issues, I'll come asking you. Look, just because I don't know how to draw a heart doesn't mean that I don't know anything about medicine. It's just like something that I haven't done in 6 years. Actually, more than 6 years. Last time I drew a heart was probably 8 years ago. Okay? So, if you need heart surgery, yeah, don't come to me. But, like, if you need, like, general advice on random stuff, like, I can give you a little bit. Can you survive with one adrenal gland? I think you can. I think you can. Like, usually if it's, like, 2 of them in the body, one of them eventually takes over the job of the other one. So, yeah, I think you can survive with one adrenal gland. You can't survive. The only thing that I don't know is, like, can you survive with one lung? I think you can. I think you can survive with one lung, but, like, you're not going to be able to make much effort. I had a kidney transplant. They might decide that they are going to operate on. Yeah, like, recently they do, but, like, back in the old days when this story came from, they didn't. Like, a lot of the things that people are doing now, like, for example, if you're at an operating theater, they actually count every single item that was used before and after. So, like, before you go into the operating theater, they count how many syringes they have, right? After the operation, they count again how many syringes they have. So, they didn't make sure, because, like, there were a lot of cases where the doctors forgot certain instruments into the body of a patient. And then you hear stories, you know, like the lady had a lot of back pains and she didn't know why. Like, especially when she bent herself over, she felt a sharp pain. And then you find out that the surgeon forgot some medical instrument inside her. And now they have to cut her open again in order to pick it out. You can adapt pretty well with one lung, but you're not gonna run marathons easily. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so let's look at the aliens now. Let's see if I can find it. I think I saved the file. Again, the artist doesn't want me to bully him on stream. I didn't name drop you, so it's fine. Like, people do not know who you are. If people don't know who you are, I can't bully you. Oh, look at this. Holy shit, it got community notes. I spread false information, chat. Why were the community notes here earlier? Apparently, this is a hoax and a fraud promoted by the known Mexican journalist and UFO grifter. But it looks so fucking official! And it's covered by the fucking mainstream media, look! Look, it's from the Daily Loud. And not just Daily Loud, it was like 20 other... Mexican officials show non-human corpses, which they claim are aliens during the first UFO hearing today. This is from 12th of September, 2023. What if the community notes are wrong, though?
Presentar dos seres que fueron recuperados en Perú, en una mina de diatomea. Son cuerpos desecados encontrados entre las ciudades de Palpa y de Nazca.
So they found some desiccated corpses in Peru. Why the fuck do I understand this? I haven't studied Spanish a single fucking day in my life, and it's like the man is speaking clear to me.
2017, que han sido investigados profundamente.
They're profoundly investigating.
Por investigadores periodistas como por científicos.
For they're investigating, I think it's like a list for scientific research.
Que hoy aquí van a dar a conocer algunas de sus extraordinarias conclusiones.
And they're reaching extraordinary conclusions.
Quiero llamar en primer lugar al investigador Joyce Mantilla.
George Mantilla is the first investigator, the primary. Why do I understand this shit, chat? I haven't studied Spanish. See, this is some alien shit. It's like that he speaks to me, and I understand everything he's saying.
Que ha investigado este tema desde el primer.
This is like in this moment.
Momento.
I think it's like en vivo. It means live. Like live right now, I guess.
¿Ya se descubrieron? Vamos a descubrir en este momento esos cuerpos.
So the body, in this
Que de
moment, we will
acuerdo a
show you
los
the body
científicos
of
que
the
van a
alien.
declararlo aquí,
Like, look
son
here.
seres no humanos.
These
no
are
son
non-human
parte de
bodies? What? Chat, what the fuck is wrong? Why am I all of a sudden... This is like watching my abuelita talking during the telenovelas.
Evolución terrestre y que después de desaparecer no hay una evolución.
Why does he wear a lab coat, though? Why does he wear a lab coat? It's like... It's to make it official, isn't it?
Posterior.
You know, this needs actually some dramatic music. De
acuerdo a la Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México, quien realizó los análisis de carbono 14.
So they made a carbon analysis.
Estos seres tienen alrededor de 1000 años de antigüedad. Es decir, no se trata de seres que fueron recuperados en
Right, so basically, the reason people are thinking that this is horseshit is because this guy doesn't really have like a good track record. I generally don't know whether to believe or not. I definitely am like pressing X to doubt really hard. Hold on. V is getting the Pentecostal interpretation. I do think it's like but my girlfriend says you are being very aggressive to the audience today. Well, maybe your girlfriend can come into the audience and she can be like ushi kushi and she can be like very wholesome and stuff, and then it will water me down. How about that? They could easily just be mummified children. No, like the skull shape is definitely not there. He's been known for alien hoaxes and embellishing his finds. Yeah. Like that's probably it. Why people don't believe. But like, what if, you know, like what if you have a guy that like legitimately embellishes hoaxes and shit? And then like one day someone comes to him and actually gives him something real. Because he's the only one that would talk about it. And now he's talking about the real deal, but like everyone thinks that he's full of shit. Because in the past he has embellished his hoaxes. You could make them, or you could take them. Imagine this is a grift. The implications are still huge because this was official. Yeah, like that's why I presented it, right? Like it's on Mexican television. It's official news. Like, I'm sorry, if it's false, then blame the news. There's no way for me to verify. Like, you understand this? I can't just travel to Mexico and poke the dead body. And even if I were to poke the dead bodies, I wouldn't be able to know whether or not it's real. So, I guess it's like the boy who cried wolf. Yes, like at one point the wolf was actually there. Romanian man yells at the audience. I didn't yell at the audience. The Mexican who cried alien. Oh, that's actually something that may catch on. But that's the thing, right? Like, at the end of the day, does it really fucking matter? Like, even if I can't prove or disprove it, it's like aliens are real. It's like, right. It's kind of like me, you know, if they were to show me a monster girl, and it's like, hey, look, this Lamia is real, and I'm like, can I fuck it? No. Then why do I care? It's the same thing, you know, they show you a succubasu on television. It's like, oh, look, succubuses are real. She's got pretty wings and shit. And I'm like, okay, can I fuck her? No. Alright, well, then I don't care. Like, good. She's real. Congratulations. Does it impact my life in any way? No. Alright. Well, we'll just leave it at that then. Critical made a video on this apparently. They are just pretending some independent guys work. But the aliens are not the government. He found them in Peru. So it must be true. That probably it is, yeah. What do you mean grog take? It's a very base take. Everyone cares about labia, snake dude for life. Don't step on them, by the way. Yeah, you still have to pay your bills tomorrow, so it is what it is. One of the aliens had 3 testicles. Is that in the news? Like, that would be interesting. Here's the question. Why would the aliens be buried just 1,000 years? Well, they probably visited Earth 1,000 years and then they died. So I assumed, like, that's what happened. If it was legit. But, like, even then, it's just something that I genuinely, like, do not care about. You know? Like, okay, yeah, they found aliens. It's like telling me you found, like, a rare species of spider. Interesting. Yeah. Or a monster girl. Like, that would probably shock me a little bit more than aliens, not gonna lie. Like, if you show me a monster girl, like a harpy, waifu, you know, an angel lady or something like that, I'll be like, that's interesting. So that's how they look like. You know, like, so that's how they look like in non-anime version. That's interesting. But other than that, nothing. Who says you can't bang the lamia? Well, if it's on television, then obviously my dick isn't long enough. You know, like, I still do not have the magical ability to fuck people through the computer screen. So, if the labia is in Mexico and I'm in Romania, then we have a problem. Not to mention, besides the fact that I'm married, I assume there would be, like, a lot of competition. Like, a lot of simps would go for the lamia, so... V. We have this urban legend here in Mexico that says that because we have aliens in one lake, we no longer get hit by hurricanes. That doesn't make any fucking sense, though. If Biden would take off his skin and it turns out to be an alien, I wouldn't even blink. Nothing can faze me. Well, no, actually, that would surprise me. I would be like, the aliens aren't sending their best. I would be like, so like, why did the aliens just send, like, this guy? They could have sent literally anyone else, but they sent this guy? That would actually surprise me. I would be like, if this is, like, the knowledge and the wisdom that the alien have, then how the fuck did they manage to colonize other planets? We want the Monster Girl stream. American Outlier doesn't like Monster Girls. Chat, please contact American Outlier and convince him that Monster Girls are ushikushi. Like, he just doesn't understand the phenomenon. He doesn't know why people like Monster Girls. And I'm trying to educate him in the matter. Like, it's not rocket science. But, like, I'm not doing a good job. So maybe you guys can manage to fill the holes that I cannot. I cannot show Monster Girl. Actually, I can show Monster Girl on YouTube, but, like, there's nothing I can show that American Outlier hasn't seen yet. So maybe, like, you guys have something that I don't have. Aliens control the weather. That will be interesting. See, I know that Monster Girls are based as fuck, but American Outlier doesn't think so. He actually shows me, like, images of pudgy girls. Like, ladies that are rotund. And I'm like, that's interesting, but it's not for me. Now, those are the Monster Girls. Like, if you want to see actual Monster Girls, like real-life Monster Girls, you go to California, yeah. Like, in California, yeah, there's a lot of Monster Girls. Just not like the ones in anime. Would you make coitus with a labia? No, because I'm married. But if I wasn't married, like, there would be several questions that I would have to ask. Like, first of all, like, is the lamia warm like a human? Like, if she's warm-blooded, like, that counts as a plus. What is the entrance situated? Is it, like, on the snake half or on the human half? Like, there's many questions that we need to ask before we can answer what you're asking. No matter what the topic, anime avatars always devolve into horny talk. You know, like, I genuinely think that's because, like, the West doesn't make horniness anymore, to the point where anime is, like, the last thing that people can find. And they got some solace from there. Monster Girls are for people who are attracted to furries but don't want to associate with furries. It's actually very interesting. Like, most people who are furries are either bisexual or gay. People who like Monster Girls, overwhelmingly straight. I don't know why, though, but it is what it is. Anywho, let me show you some other things. Apparently, people are showing me what the Act Man did, and the Act Man did something very interesting. Let me see if I have it here. I didn't save it. Oh, I did save it. It's beautiful. The Act Man doing a gesture of kindness. Look here, you bigot.
Let's set a good example.
A good example, chat.
We'll do 2,000. There it is. Do something tangible, okay? Don't just bitch and moan and call everyone a transphobe for not believing exactly the same thing you do.
So this was his pound of flesh. This was his proof. Is that a transphobe? Do you know why? In order to play Hogwarts Legacy. That's a good example, chat. That's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? I found it beautiful. Let's watch it again. Like, it's so beautiful. See, when I give to charity, I do the same thing. I film myself. To be honest, like, maybe he's not a Christian, so he doesn't believe in that. But, like, usually, see, this is like what my grandmother used to think. But my grandmother is old, well, used to be actually, an old reactionary bigot. When you give to charity, you don't tell other people. See, like, that's how I grew up. But apparently now it's a new mindset. When you give to charity, make sure everyone sees it. So here we go. Like, again, look at this.
Let's set a good example.
A good example.
Let's set a good example.
A good example.
We'll do 2,000. There it is.
2,000.
Do something tangible, okay? Don't just bitch and moan and call everyone a transphobe for not believing exactly the same thing you do.
See, I have a feeling, though, that the people that were upset that he was playing a wizard game didn't give a fuck about the fact that he donated anything. Because, like, they genuinely do not care about trans people. Like, they just wanted to harass streamers. He paid the bill, yeah. Otherwise, it isn't charity, it's advertising. Yeah, it's virtue signaling, actually. Like, you want other people to know you're being virtuous. Now, a lot of people came up and said, oh my god, well, like, $2,000, that's a lot of money. And it's true. It is true. Like, for me, $2,000 is a fuckloads of money. Like, Jesus, I never got a $2,000 donation, and I don't think I ever will. I didn't even get a $1,000 donation. Like, that's just, like, holy shit, right? So, as a streamer, I think I got, like, a $500 donation once, right? Like, that's the biggest I got. But, Sagar of Akkad actually got, like, a $19,000. But yeah, no, like, a $2,000 donation is a lot. But he's the Act Man. He probably makes like 10 grand a month. So, well, like 10 grand would be like 20% of what you're making. It's still a significant chunk, but it's not like a crippling thing, right? Joke's on him. Now he'll get relentless propositions for more money. But it's like such a stupid thing. It's like, okay, so if I want to play a video game, if I want to play the Wizard game, Hogwarts Legacy, I gotta donate money to a trans charity in order to not be harassed? Like, is this normal? Like, I would think like this is extortion. But what can you do? It is what it is. Your wife had a $2,000 wedding dress. Was it though like 2,000? I think it was cheaper. No, I think it was like 1,000. If I start thinking about it, was expensive still, but it's a different thing, right? Like a wedding is like a once in a lifetime event, and you also get money back. At least in Romania, like all the people invited for the wedding, they pitch in and they give you like a wedding gift. Still, yeah, it was expensive, but at least you can give it in the family, you know, like when her sister gets married, like she can have the dress. Said that mob rule gets people spooked like the New York Mafia. It's not even that. Oh, my phone died? My phone died. Yeah, I'll just fix it. It's not even like it's like the Mafia or something like that. It's more like, how should we put it? To show to people that you're not like the other girls, right? Because, like, nothing would have happened with him. It's, like, even, the people that actually had to suffer the consequences of playing the wizard game were VTubers, right? Because they want to maintain their anonymity, so they got doxxed and shit. Completely unacceptable, of course. But in the case of the Act-Man, like, no one would have doxed him or anything like that. It's just like he wanted to show, well, I'm not like the other girls. See, like, I'm playing the wizard game, but I'm actually not one of those bad people. It was 2000 and you thought about it long. Yeah, well, yeah, because it's been a year, but, like, I didn't write down a check in order to remember, like, how much exactly was spent. I know that we made more with the wedding than we actually paid, so most of the money that we made on the wedding went to pay the house, the mortgage. But other than that, like, I don't, like, remember exactly how much the restaurant costed and, like, how much the menu was and stuff like that. I do know that her dress was pretty expensive. I think it was like $1,000, if I remember correctly. It may have been too, but it's unlikely. It's a shakedown. No, it's not even a shakedown, to be honest. Like, I'll tell you what it is. Like, there are some people on the internet which, unfortunately, get their kicks and feel good when they hurt other people, right? So, if you're the type of individual that doesn't have a lot of friends, unironically, or you have, like, the wrong type of friends, like the friends that congratulate you when you do something bad, those types of people, they're the ones that were like, all right, well, I'm going to harass streamers in order to show how much I care about trans issues. And what can you say? Like, they don't really care about trans issues. They just want their friends to recognize them, to congratulate them for their accomplishment, you know, that type of stuff. So, like, you donating to a trans charity doesn't change what these people think, doesn't improve their behavior or anything like that. He was probably expecting to get more than that in donations. That's actually an interesting point. I don't know if he did, because I didn't watch his streams. It wouldn't be surprising if he actually made more than $2,000. But, like, usually these streamers on Twitch, right? Like, they make $500 a stream. And they stream almost 5 days a week, so 500 or 5 days, that's like 2,500, right? So it's like how much you make in a week. And you don't have to pay taxes now because for that money, because you donated it, so. You probably haggled it down. You know what would be abso-fucking-lutely hilarious, chat? And no one would actually know? What if he asked for a refund? Because usually, like, when you donate, at least I don't know how it's like in his country, but in my country, when you donate $2,000, you can actually cancel, right? Like, you got, like, a time period, a small time frame, where you can actually cancel the donation. And you can say, well, I just wanted to donate, like, 200, and I accidentally typed another 0 or something like that. Can you do that in the United States, or is that, like, a European Union thing? I'm not accusing him of doing it, but it's like, it would be hilarious. Like, I would find it funny. Yeah, like, because, like, that's the thing, right? Like, you show it on stream, like, no one would be able to know. Like, you show a stream that you donate, like, $2,000, and then as soon as the stream ends, you're like, all right, well, how do I get a refund? And you call your bank, and you're like, well, I made the mistake. You know, like, I just wanted to give, like, $200. I didn't want to get $2,000. I actually did have, like, a streamer that did this. And it really pissed me off, but, like, for the other reasons, right? So, like, I opened my PayPal, and I see a $500 donation, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, that's a lot of money, right? And I tell, at the time it was a girlfriend, and I tell my girlfriend, it's like, holy shit, you know, like, maybe we can go somewhere this weekend. I mean, I got a lot of cash. So. And then the subscriber calls me, and he's like, well, V, I actually wanted to donate $50. And I'm like, fuck, man, you know, like, I'm going to give you back the money, that's fine, but you know now I need to pay taxes for it. That's what upset me the most. It wasn't the fact that, like, I'm paying him back, or that I have to tell my girlfriend that, hey, you know, like, we're going to not actually go this weekend anywhere. It was the fact that I had to pay taxes for $500. But I did give it back to him. Still. Yeah, I was worried about it being a scam as well, because there's many scammers that do this. I have seen, like, someone actually destroy a streamer's PayPal by doing this. It was, I think, on Twitch. Like, the streamer was crying. She got, like, a $15,000 donation, and then the person, like, she took the body out, and then the person did like a request, and now she's like $15,000 in debt or some shit like that. And I'm like, well, how the fuck does that work? You should have deducted it from him. Nah. It was fine. The thing is, like, when you have, like, someone that wants to donate you $50, like, that's a lot of money, you know? So I didn't want to be rude to him. I mean, it's a loyal fan, you know? Like, legitimately, the man accidentally pressed another 0. So, you know, like, me asking, like, oh, well, I'm going to actually deduct you now, so you're going to give me, like, $70. Like, no, I didn't do that. Yeah, you should let the check clear, correct. But, like, I don't understand why PayPal just gives you the body instantly when the check hasn't cleared. Because, like, a lot of people can fuck with streamers that way. Like, you give them a big donation, like $10,000 or something, and then you withdraw the money back, and the streamer then is in trouble. That dude should just eat the cost. If you can't afford it, don't donate super chats. Yeah, but if this is my mentality, then no one will donate to me, dude. And it's not only that, it's like, it's what, no, but like, I get it, like, dude, donating $50 is one thing, donating 500 is another, right? So, like, if you accidentally typed a 0, I would probably contact the streamer as well, and then I would be like, well, you know, if the streamer is reasonable, which is what they should be, because you were nice to them, that's one thing, but if the streamer is just being an asshole, then you're never going to donate again, so. And it's not only that, it's like, I'm putting myself in their shoes. Like, if I wanted to donate to someone $50 and I accidentally donate more, you know, I would like the person to be nice about it. The fees should be on the donor side. Jesus fucking Christ, chat, you're absolutely fucking heartless. None of you should become a streamer. You would, like, operate the most cutthroat business imaginable. You would just, like... I mean, DSP would probably have to take lesson from you in order to learn how to be more cutthroat. You think, like, DSP is hard with his donors and his chat. Holy shit. Like, if some of you guys would actually go into the streaming business, DSP would start being a regular just to learn how to be more evil. Try that with Hassan or Vosh. I genuinely, like, do not know how these individuals act behind closed doors. A lot of streamers, because I speak with streamers, right? Most streamers do put on an act, like they have a way of acting in public versus a way that they're acting behind closed doors, because in public they have to be entertaining, they're a little bit more exaggerated. Behind closed doors, they're more like human beings. With VTubers, it's actually different. Like, VTubers are the same behind closed doors and in public. It's just that in public, they pretend to like each other. So, like, all VTubers like each other in public, and all of them are single. But behind closed doors, all of them are married. Like, not even they're married, and they also they act in a way that's very hateful towards other VTubers. Let's put it like this. There are exceptions, of course. Speaking of cutthroat, I sent it the game DMs because Elon wanted me to spend money to DM you directly, I'm afraid. Games DM? Oh, okay. Right. Alright, Sushi. Thank you. I appreciate it. Rule of acquisition. Once you have the cash in hand, never give it back. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm not a space goblin. I'm not a Ferengi, so. Right. Thank you for the donations, chat, and I appreciate it. I gotta go a little bit early today because I need to help my wife with the baggage. Like, she's got a medical symposium coming up. So she's getting ready to pack. I'm going to be leaving for the weekend. I'm going to be alone. There's no one to cook food for me. I'll have to eat the cans of tuna. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.